Happy to indulge you.
This story is called My Naked Family. Now, I grew up in a really, really naked family. They were just always naked, but I just thought it was normal.
I left a bag with a mysterious brown parcel in it behind in a shop when I went my way.
I was more scared of my mum than I was of the armed police.
It's £1,000 to buy a bag of rice. You could nearly buy a whole farm in India for that.
Not thinking that whoever opened it would assume it was a bomb.
Sacre bleu, it's the Sacre Coeur.
Like most good ideas, Herd started in a pub in 2016. It was our answer to the world seeming so divided, and we wanted to connect people back together again. So we put a microphone on a stage of a back room of a pub and invited people from all walks of life to just come and tell their story in their own words.
I'd squeezed an orange into my eye.
For goodness sake, just get on with it, Lisa. You've just done your GCSEs, now go and use them.
Sat just stark bollock naked, paper mashing a doll's house.
That's how I graduated high school.
The stories were often very poignant, very often hilarious, and everyone took away something very special from there.
So I went along to one of the Herd events, found it to be such a lasting experience. So I took away a tiny piece of each storyteller and of each story and was surprised at what a lasting impression it had made.
Have I ever told you the story of how my top mate, Andy Axe Kick Jagger, became part of South Manchester's Kung Fu mythology?
Chester being a World Heritage Site, it was a major target, apparently.
I look out the window and I make eye contact with Wayne, the window cleaner, the love of my life. He sees it all.
People often tell me how vulnerable they feel going on stage and sharing their own true story. These are not performers, this is not rehearsed, but coming off the stage, wow. It's one of the most empowering things that you can do, and that's the #1 feedback that I get from people about how empowered they feel and how amazing it was for their confidence as well.
My grandmother was a ferocious woman.
The biggest oil reserve in the world, but we have a dictatorship that is making people struggle.
There was an expectation that only boys were supposed to go to school and not girls.
People leave the country because of the hunger, because political persecution, because we lack everything.
Given a gift of love and a gift of life, and I made the choice of donating a kidney to my sister.
The main catalyst for us moving Herd from being in venues and out into the world is because one day a guy got up on stage and told a story about his struggles with mental health and his survival from suicide. And completely unknown to me, at that time a guy had walked into the back of the room and really needed to hear that story that day for his own reasons, and told me about it afterwards. It was a moment when we realised that we needed to take Herd out of being in this small little room and out into the world.
That story inspires me as a woman who's in education, and it's pushed me to face so many challenges that life has presented to me.
People even die fighting for our freedom. So we decided the best thing to do is keep the fighting abroad. And that's why I came to the UK, applied for asylum, and keep fighting from here.
So Herd is now a powerful tool, both online and in person.
Allow us to take our platform and the art of true storytelling to more people.
Help us show how much more we share in common than divides us.